welcome to Keeby's Collectibles. I'm Pam, and today I want to show you a few items that I have picked up from estate sales and thrift stores that I just haven't been able to show you yet. So we're going to get started. I've got a few things that came from an estate sale that I'm going to show you first. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you is this item. It is I'm gonna say it's a nautical map reader. It's brass, it's solid brass, it's super heavy, and the sticker on the bottom says Gatco. Is that right? Gatco. And I tried looking this up on eBay and I found some things similar that have sold, but nothing exactly like this one. It has this really cool magnifying glass, and it has the little notches back here where you can unscrew the little screws and you can move it up and down on the pole. You can also loosen this one and you can move it this way if you'd like to. I could not get this one unscrewed, but I was able to move this back one up and down. And from what I understand, you set it on the tabletop and you use it as a magnifying glass just to magnify any maps that you're reading. So, I'm not sure if I think I'm just gonna put this in my booth and see how it does. And we'll go from there. So I think I purchased that, if I remember correctly, from an estate sale for $6. I bought that as well as this item here. This is another brass item here. This is just a book display. And you know, if you are in the kitchen, a lot of times you'll see these where they have the recipe books and they hold the recipe books open while they're cooking. This one that they had at this particular house, they had this one sitting on top of, I don't know if it was a piano or a nice shelf, you know, I don't remember. But they also had this with it. So it looked as if you were reading, you know, the book, if you were magnifying parts of the book, which I thought was a clever idea. Of course, this says made in Taiwan, but it's brass, and I bought this for $6. So I paid $12 for that set. I know that this was sold on eBay for $24.99, $25. So we'll see about, I don't know if, like I said, I'm still up in the air. I don't know, I'll probably just put them in my booth. Who knows? But I will start moving in. I think I'm gonna have to paint my booth on Monday, July 1st. I'm gonna paint the walls because they are ugly. And I'm gonna have to paint them, and then I think I can move in after that. So I'll make a big announcement when I do that. So any of you local friends out there would like to come visit, I'll let you know, okay, when I'm set up. All right, so $6 for each estate sale. Oh, one more thing from an estate sale. I have things a little bit out of order. Okay, but you know how I love my Coca-Cola. And so this is, I've got a light here and it's not really helping out. This is a vintage Coca-Cola print. It was already in this frame here. And it says from Goldberg Frames and Gallery, Columbia Northeast Shopping Center. Okay, Columbia, SC. That's where I live. Anyway, this is from 1948, and there were two prints there, and I have to say that we bundled a lot of things at this estate sale, so I don't remember exactly how much I paid for this. Brian and I, we don't think we paid very much for it, because she had a couple others. I know one for sure. There might have been three. But I just picked one up that I like the best, because, you know, I love my Coca-Cola, and it's wrinkly in here. I mean, obviously it's old. I don't know how to fix that, so I'm gonna have to call and find out what do I need to do to get this looking nice again. It's filthy, but we'll see. So like I said, I'm not sure how much I paid for that, but we'll get to the bottom of it. Okay, let's see. Anything else I need to discuss about that? No. Okay. The next few things I picked up at thrift stores. 2 different thrift stores, I think. Okay, so the first one is this little teapot, okay? Now, this teapot, let me put my light on me a little bit more. Ooh, is that too much light? Oh, goodness. All right, we'll go with it. Okay, so this little teapot, I wrote a few notes about it because it's in the style of the Yixing, the Chinese Yixing Zishan teapot. However, you know, I don't think it's an original just by looking on eBay, because, you know, that's what I just looked on quickly before I did this video. That now, just a little background, I found this out, that the Yixing is a type of clay from the region near the city of Yixing in China. And it had been mined many years ago. So if this was an original teapot, it would be much more expensive. I paid $1.95. Now it does have, all right, I'm gonna rip this little sign off, off. Okay, got something on my finger here. It does have, and I doubt you'll be able to see this. Get my light on it. Probably not. You won't be able to see that. But it does have some type of marking on the bottom. It's obviously in another language, Chinese. But while looking at the original Chinese, the Yixing pots, my marking looks a little bit different as far as the lettering, the script. So that's why I'm thinking it's not original. I don't know, but it's certainly cute and dainty and delicate. So I'm gonna probably put that in my booth. It's really cute, so someone may enjoy that. And if I do find out it's original, then I might sell it online then. Okay, another thing that I purchased at a thrift store was this adorable little Polish doll. And she is a wooden doll, a wooden peg doll, and she has her, you know, she's movable, and she has her original clothing on. And what's so cute about her, this lighting is horrible. Sorry, guys. Ooh, that's pretty bright. But what's really cute about her is that she, with her original clothing, on her hat, she still has the little dangly, you know, puff ball. And to be honest with you, I'm surprised it's still there, because you see it's just hanging by a little thread there. Now her hair is a little scruffy. She's a little worn out. Her clothes are dirty because they are the original clothes, so they've been around. And I noticed that she did have at one point on her foot, she did have a sticker, I guess with her marking maker, who knows, well, I'm not sure. But she's in super good condition considering she is vintage, and her little face, move her hair, is in amazing condition. She's beautiful. She really is. I mean, her hair's a little wild, but she's quite beautiful. So I bought her for $1.50. Who knows? I'll definitely put her in the booth because eBay was flooded with these dolls and hardly any of these type had sold. So we'll see. I'll put her in my booth. She's really adorable. Okay, so the next thing, I've got 3 books left. Okay. Now, the first book I found at a thrift store. I paid 75 cents for this book. It's called Patty Lou at Sunset Pass. Now, when I picked it up, I looked on the back and I was like, oh, it's kind of, you know, she has a series of books. And then there's the Kin series. And it reminded me a little bit of Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys because, you know, it's like adventure. And then I read thrilling Christian adventure stories for boys and girls. So this is publicated. Oh gosh, it is summertime. It's published by Zondervan. Zondervan, I think that was that a Christian store or a Christian something? I'm not sure. But the author is Basil Miller, and this is an adorable little book. And it sounds like, just from me kind of looking through, that Patty Lou has some serious adventures. Because some of her chapters, you know, she's got The Sheep Drive Up Sunset Pass, The Vigilantes Take a Hand. So she's got a lot going on in here. So this is a great little book that I'm going to put in my store. And I think that 1952 is the date. And it's just a really cool book. It's in pretty good condition for the age, you know. The spine is here. It's not wonky. A little wear and tear. But, you know, that's to be expected. So, Patty Lou might be on your list to read. Okay, the next thing. We have the Handyman's Book. Now, this is in the style of, you've seen the old Betty Crocker books, cookbooks, right? Okay. So this is the Better Homes and Gardens Handyman's Book. It's the easy guide to home maintenance. 1,000 jobs you can do yourself. So this is a great book to have around the house. I'm sure it's totally not outdated. But it tells you how to use a drill press, how to use moldings, and these are great pictures in here. I mean, you know, to be honest with you, this is just an interesting book, okay? I'm certain that most things in here are, you know, out of date, and things are done easier and more efficiently now. But what a great book to have and to just look through. So now, speaking of Betty Crocker cookbooks, I did find the old handy-dandy Betty Crocker cookbook. Now, this Betty Crocker cookbook, I wrote it down here. I have my little notes, you know. This is the 15th printing. So this one was printed in 1972. This was the 15th, y'all. So I was looking through this cookbook because, quite honestly, cookbooks are pretty interesting to look through. They've got some great pictures here. And obviously, whoever had this book, they really used it. Because you can tell what I did earlier. Well, of course, I went straight to the cakes and frostings section. That's where I went to. And I noticed, I'm going to show you, okay? This light is giving me a fit. Look, is that too bright for you guys? Probably. Here, let me do this. All right, just got to go with it, okay? So here's the book. And I kept looking through the pages thinking, oh my gosh, look at their hair. Look at the cabinets in the back. Oh my God. And then I came to the German chocolate cake page. So this page, all right, I'm gonna give you a little light. This page has the German chocolate cake, brownie nut cake, coconut pecan frosting, and brownie fudge cake recipes. And it looks like they've got a little brownie left in there. So you know these recipes must be spot on delicious, okay? Because whoever had this book really used it, and you can even make pinafores. So, if you're into looking at old recipes and this kind of stuff, then Betty Crocker's Cookbook is the way to go. And I'll definitely have these 3 books in my antique store. I'll put them in the booth. So I'm pretty excited about that. I know there's a lot of friends out there that want these books. So yeah, I'm just really glad that I got a chance to show these last few items to you. And I want to ask if you would like this video and subscribe to my channel, as it will help my channel grow. Now, I want to thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.